Hello everyone, good morning to all. How are you? Hope you all are fine and safe at home. This is social class and today we are going to see the continuation of the last session. Do you all remember what is the lesson we have seen in the last session? Yes, very good. We have seen the lesson, the world we live in. The world we live in. It is the first lesson from the first semester book. And it is the continuation of the last session. So it is mentioned as part 2. In this session, we are going to learn about the continents of the world. Do you all remember what we have seen in the last class, children? Yes, we have seen about the map and then globe, then yes, latitudes and longitudes. What do you mean by map, children? Yes, it is a graphical representation of our Earth's surface in a sheet of paper. Okay, it is a graphical representation of our Earth's surface. What do you mean by globe? Yes, it is a spherical model of our Earth's surface. It is a spherical model of our Earth. It is a model of the Earth by which we can understand how the Earth is and what are all the locations for in the Earth. Then what do you mean by latitudes? Latitudes are the horizontal lines running from eastern to western part of the Earth's surface, and the center latitude is equator, which lies in the 0 degree. What do you mean by longitude? Longitude is the vertical lines running from the north pole to the south pole of the Earth's surface, and the center longitude is prime meridian that lies at the 0 degree of our Earth's surface. This is what we have saw in the last class, children. Now we are going to continue. That is, we are going to see the continents of the world. First, we will see how the continents formed in the world. So, Earth is a whole body. How it was separated, how the continents were separated on the surface of the Earth. Now, we will see that. See, huge land masses called Pangaea. These are some of the terms in social. Huge land masses, Pangaea. So, the world is a whole land mass. So, there was many huge land masses called Pangaea. The world is full of land masses, and that huge land mass is known as Pangaea. And then large ocean. Large ocean is referred as Panthalassa. Large ocean is referred as Panthalassa. These huge land masses are surrounded by the water bodies called large oceans, which is known as Panthalassa. These huge land masses are surrounded by water bodies, that is large oceans called Panthalassa. They were broken into separate land masses called continents. What it happened? These huge land masses were broken up into separate land masses. So, it was broken up into many pieces, separate land masses. Those pieces, each and every piece is known as continent. So, this continent is surrounded by large ocean called Panthalassa. Now, how many continents are there? How many split-ups were made? How many? Yes, there are 7 continents in the world. So, the huge landmass is split up into 7 pieces. Okay, those each and every piece is known as continent. Okay, this is the way how the continents were split up. Now, we will go to the first continent, Asia. So, there are 7 continents I told you. We are going to see the largest to the smallest continents. We are going to see in the order of largest to smallest continent. First one is Asia. I have told we are going to see from the largest to smallest continent. So Asia is the largest continent in the world. It is the largest continent. First biggest continent in the world is Asia. Covers 30% of Earth's total land area. Covers 30% of Earth's total land area. So, how much land area it covers? It covers 30%. So, in the Earth, 50% is half of Earth. And in that half of Earth, 30% is somewhat a larger amount. So, that amount of land is located in Asia. So, 30% of land of Earth is covered by Asia. And then bounded by Arctic Ocean in the north and Indian Ocean in the south. These are all the boundaries of Asia. What are the boundaries of Asia? It is bounded by Arctic Ocean in the north. So, in the north side, after Asia there is Arctic Ocean and Indian Ocean in the south. So, in the southern part, after Asia, below Asia there is Indian Ocean. Then Pacific Ocean lies in the east of Asia. In the eastern part of Asia, there lies the ocean called Pacific Ocean. So, these are all the boundaries of Asia. See children, it is the largest continent in the world and then it covers 30% of total land area of Earth and then it is bounded by Arctic Ocean in the north and Indian Ocean in the south. Then Pacific Ocean lies in east of Asia. This is about Asia. Okay, this is the brief content of Asia. Now in this screen you can see the picture of Asia. See how large it is and there are many important places in Asia. So this is the picture of Asia. You can remember the picture, remember these content with the help of this picture easily. Okay children, have you understood? Now we will see some of the important facts in Asia. So many interesting things are in Asia. This is about Asia and what are all the interesting things in Asia we are going to see now. Okay, it ranges from deserts, mountains, forests, rivers to plains. Not only, it does not have only desert, only mountain. It has all the places like deserts, mountains, forests, rivers to plains. So it has many places. Okay, it is rich in oil and gas reserves, largest producers of electronics, food grains and spices. So it is rich in oil and gas reserves. So we are using oil, we are using fuel and we are using gas cylinders. So those things are manufactured in larger amount in Asia only. And it has many reserves. Inside the ground only these fuels and gases are available. So most of these oil and gas reserves are available inside the ground in Asia. Okay. It is the largest producers of electronics, food grains and spices. So, what and all we are producing from Asia? Electronics, food grains and spices. Electronics means we use many electronic items, no? What are all the electronic items? Smartphones, normal mobile phones, computers, that is PCs, laptops and many electronic items like simply fan, camera, all the electronic items. It will be largely produced in Asia. And then food grains and spices. Food grains, you all know about the food grains. Wheat, rice. From wheat, rice, what are all we need for our daily food. And spices, we use the spices in our cooking. Yes, those spices are also largely produced in Asia. And then highest mountain peak in the world, Mount Everest, is situated in Nepal. So what it is famous for? Asia is famous for its highest mountain peak. So you all know about the Mount Everest, I think. It is the highest mountain peak in the world. Where it is located? In Nepal. So Nepal is located in Asia. And so the highest mountain peak, Mount Everest, is located in Asia. Most populated countries, China and India, are located in Asia. So, two of the most populated countries, the world's first most populated country is China, and the world's second most populated country is India. So, these two most populated countries, what are those? China and India are located in Asia. So, two of the most populated countries are located in Asia only. Then, Thar Desert is found in India. So, Thar Desert is one of the famous desert and it is found in India. Where India is? Yes, India is in Asia. So, Thar Desert is in Asia. The Gobi Desert, a cold desert, is in Mongolia. So, not only hot desert, it is also having cold desert. So, what is the cold desert? Gobi Desert is in Mongolia. Where Mongolia is? Yes, it is located in Asia only. Mongolia and India are located in Asia. So, India has Thar Desert and Mongolia has Gobi Desert, which is the cold desert. World's largest country, Russia, is in the north of this continent. So, we saw about the most populated countries, China and India. But the largest country according to the land area, which is that? It is Russia. Where it is located? It is located in the northern part of Asia. So, the world's most populated countries, China and India, are also located in Asia, and the world's largest country, Russia, is also located in Asia only. So, these are all some of the important and interesting facts of Asia to be known. So, what are all those? Ranges from deserts. It has deserts, mountains, forests, rivers to plains. And then it is rich in oil and gas reserves and largest producers of electronics, food grains and spices. The highest mountain peak, Mount Everest, is in Nepal. Nepal is located in Asia. Most populated countries, what are those? China and India are located in Asia only. Then Thar Desert is in India and it is a hot desert. And the Gobi Desert, which is the cold desert, is in Mongolia. Both India and Mongolia are located in Asia. Then world's largest country, Russia, is located in Asia only. So these are all the points about Asia. Hope you all understood this, children. Children, next we are going to see the second continent. What we have saw first? It is first largest continent in the world, Asia. Now we are going to move on to the second continent. It is Africa. What is the name of the second continent? Africa. So, I told we are going to see the continents in the order of largest to smallest. So, obviously this will be the second largest continent in the world. So, Africa is the second largest continent in the world. Which is the first largest continent in the world? Yes, it is Asia. But here we are seeing about Africa now. Second largest continent in the world. It has equator passing right across it. Children, I have told about equator now. We have discussed in the last class itself about equator. What it is? It is a latitude, center latitude that lies at 0 degree. So, equator is the center latitude lying at 0 degree of the Earth's surface. And in Africa only it is passing. Equator is passing across Africa. So, it has equator passing right across it. It is passing through. Equator is passing through Africa. Then, bounded by Indian Ocean on its east and Atlantic Ocean on its west. So, what are all the boundaries on eastern side and western side? It is bounded by Africa, is bounded by Indian Ocean on its east. In the eastern side of Africa, there is Indian Ocean. Atlantic Ocean on its west. In the western side of Africa, there is Atlantic Ocean. To its north is the Mediterranean Sea. So, in the northern part of Africa, there is Mediterranean Sea. word children? Mediterranean Sea. So this is a famous sea in Africa. Not only in Africa, not only for the African people, many people know this one. Know this word Mediterranean Sea. It is one of the famous sea in Africa. Then connected to Asia by Isthmus of Suez, on which the famous Suez Canal was built. So there is a connection between Asia and Africa. How? Now Africa is connected with Asia by Isthmus of Suez. There is a place called Isthmus of Suez. This acts as the connection between this connects Asia and Africa, on which the famous Suez Canal was built. This is an additional information, that is, on the Isthmus of Suez only there is a famous canal called Suez Canal was built. So many of them knows about Suez Canal. I think you have read in your GK or social books. So Suez Canal is the famous canal that was built on the Isthmus of Suez, and this Isthmus of Suez is connecting Africa and Asia. So this is an introduction for Africa. It is the second largest continent in the world. It has the equator passing right across it. It is bounded by Indian Ocean on its east and Atlantic Ocean on its west. To its north is the Mediterranean Sea. And Africa and Asia is connected by Isthmus of Suez, on which the famous Suez Canal was built. Children, this is a brief content about Africa. See, on the screen now you are viewing the map of Africa. In the world map, it is the place where Africa is located. See, I have marked on the image itself. Many places have been marked. Those are all important places of Africa. So these are all the important places of Africa. With this image you can remember how the Africa will be. The image of Africa easily, and it will be useful for your examination also. Okay. Now we will see some of the important facts of Africa. We saw the facts, interesting facts, and those are very important facts of Asia now. Like that we are going to see for Africa also. So it is referred as dark continent. How Africa is referred as? It is referred as dark continent. Why it is referred as dark continent? There is no sun there. You think like that? No. It is referred as dark continent because the history of Africa is not very little only. So, by the people of Africa itself, the history of Africa is not very little. They itself don't know their history fully, because till now it is a mystery. Mystery means, in Tamil we will say Marmam, no one knows how Africa was in the olden days. No one knows the history of Africa. Till now it is mystery, and very little only it is known. So, Africa is known as dark continent. Okay. Have you understood why it is known as dark continent? Okay. World's largest hot desert, Sahara Desert, is found in north, and Kalahari and Namib deserts are found in south. We have saw Thar Desert is found in Asia. Like that, Sahara Desert is found in the northern part of Africa. So, this Sahara Desert is the world's largest hot desert. Okay, largest hot desert in the world is Sahara Desert, and it is located in Africa. Then, Kalahari and Namib deserts. These deserts are also located in Africa in the southern part. Okay, Sahara Desert is located in the northern part of Africa, and Kalahari and Namib deserts are located in the southern part of Africa. The next part is, it is home to the world's longest river, the Nile. Okay, there is the world's longest river. What is the world's longest river? You have read in your lower classes itself. It is the Nile. So, the Nile, where it runs? Yes, Africa. So it is the home to the world's longest river, the Nile. The Nile is found in Africa only. Nile is the world's longest river. Highest mountain is Mount Kilimanjaro and largest lake is Lake Victoria. See, there are 2 points here: highest mountain peak and largest lake. We saw highest mountain peak, Mount Everest in Asia, and here the highest mountain peak in Africa is Kilimanjaro. Okay, highest mountain peak in Asia is Mount Everest, and it is the world's highest mountain peak. But here the highest mountain peak in Africa, not in the world. In Africa is Mount Kilimanjaro, and the longest lake in Africa is Lake Victoria. Then there are huge deposits of gold and diamonds in South Africa, which has made this region very rich. So there are a large deposit of gold and diamonds. So gold and diamonds will be got from the where? Yes, from the underground. Will get gold and diamonds from the underground, and they are available in large amount in South Africa. So in South Africa only there are many more deposits of gold and diamonds. So only South Africa is very rich. Because of this, so the region of South Africa is very rich. So, but you can remember this with the help of movie. A movie called Iron. Have you saw? Surya will be acting in that movie. So he will go to South Africa. That is the theme for diamonds. So he will get diamonds from there, do this thing and that thing, that and all. But the theme is diamonds. So he will do something with the diamonds. In Africa only he will do that. So South Africa, you can remember with the help of that movie. So South Africa is rich for the deposits of gold and diamonds. Okay. So what are all the things we saw here? It is referred as dark continent because the history of Africa is a mystery till now. Very little history is known to the people. Then it is world's largest hot desert. Sahara Desert is found in north, and Kalahari and Namib deserts are found in south of Africa. It is the home to the world's longest river, the Nile. Then highest mountain is Mount Kilimanjaro, and the largest lake is Lake Victoria. So there are huge deposits of gold and diamonds in South Africa, which has made this region, this South Africa, very rich. So that's all about Africa. Have you all understood this? Now we are moving on to the next continent. Next one is North America. What's the name of the next continent? North America. Okay, this is the third largest continent. As we saw, Asia is the first largest continent, Africa is the second largest continent. So North America is the third largest continent in the world. It has Arctic Ocean to the north, Pacific Ocean to its west, and Atlantic Ocean to its east. So what are all the boundaries of North America? Arctic Ocean is in the north, Pacific Ocean is in the west, and Atlantic Ocean is in the eastern part. Okay, this is about North America. A small intro about North America. And here you are seeing the picture of North America. This is the picture of North America, children. Observe it carefully, and there are many important places marked in this image. So you can remember it easily while you are reading. Okay. Now we will move on to some of the important facts of North America. Okay. The main mountain ranges are the Rocky Mountains, which runs down the western side of this continent, and Appalachian Mountains, which runs down the eastern side. So there are two main mountain ranges. Mountain ranges means continuous mountains. There will be mountains. So So that is known as mountain ranges. So what is the first mountain range? Main mountain range, that is the Rocky Mountains. It is the first mountain range, the Rocky Mountains. It runs down the western side of this continent. It runs in the western side of North America. And the second one is Appalachian Mountains. Appalachian Mountains. It runs in the eastern side of North America. These are the two main mountain ranges found in North America. Then Mount McKinley is the highest peak in this continent. So we have saw the highest peak in Africa is Kilimanjaro, Mount Kilimanjaro. In Asia, the highest peak is Mount Everest, and it is the highest peak in the world. And here the highest peak is Mount Kinley. Okay, Mount Kinley. The Mississippi is the longest river in North America. We have saw the longest river in Africa is the Nile, and it is the longest river in the world. So in North America, the longest river is Mississippi. It is Mississippi. I think you are all familiar with the word Mississippi. Okay, it is the name of the river. Okay, it is the longest river found in North America. It has 5 Great Lakes on the border of Canada and USA. So there are 5 Great Lakes on the border of Canada and USA. So what are all those lakes? Lakes Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie and Ontario. Lakes Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie and Ontario. Just remember these lakes, names of these lakes. 5 Great Lakes on the border of Canada and USA. What are those lakes? Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie and Ontario. These are the 5 Great Lakes found in the borders of Canada and USA. These lakes are found in North America. Okay. The famous Niagara Falls is found in this continent. So we all know about the Niagara Falls. This is the famous falls. In our childhood itself, we know about this Niagara Falls. We will be reading continuously in our studies. So Niagara Falls is that much famous. It is found in, yes, North America. Niagara Falls is found in North America. It is famous throughout the world. Okay. See the mountain ranges, 2 mountain ranges. Those are the Rocky Mountains in the western side and the Appalachian Mountains in the eastern side. Okay, Mount McKinley is the highest peak in this continent, and the longest river in this continent is Mississippi. It has 5 Great Lakes on the border of Canada and USA. What are those lakes? Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie and Ontario. And the famous Niagara Falls is also found in North America only. This is about North America, and you all should remember these points about each and every continent. Okay children, have you understood this one? And now we are moving on to the next continent. The next continent is South America. South America. We have seen Asia, Africa, North America. Now we have came to South America. It is the 4th largest continent in the world. Then what are all the borders? We will see now. Pacific Ocean in the west and is connected to the North America through a piece of land called the Isthmus of Panama. We have saw how Asia and Africa are connected with the help of Isthmus of Suez. Okay, here North America and South America are connected with a piece of land called the Isthmus of Panama. So there we saw Isthmus of Suez. Here we are seeing Isthmus of Panama. Isthmus of Panama connects North America and South America. Isthmus of Suez connects Asia and Africa. This is the brief content of the regarding South America. Now in this string you are seeing the world map of South America from the world map. Okay, this is the place where South America is located. These are all some of the important places of South America. See, they have marked each and every places, each and every country they have marked in this map. So it will be useful while you are reading and for your future also. Okay, now we will see some of the important America. See, first one is Andes. Andes, longest mountain ranges in the world, runs along the western coast. So, I told what is mountain range. A continuous mountain is known as mountain range. So, Andes is the longest mountain ranges in the world. In North America, we have two mountain ranges. What are they? The Rocky Mountains and the Appalachian Mountains. So, they are the mountain ranges located in North America. That's it. But here, the Andes mountain range is the longest mountain range in the world. It runs along the western coast. So, in the western side of South America, the longest mountain range in the world is located. It is called as Andes. And the longest river of South America is the Amazon. So, longest river in South America is the Amazon. I think you all are familiar with this word. Okay? It runs from Andes mountain range, runs through a rainforest and flows into Atlantic Ocean. So, how it runs? How the Amazon river runs? It runs from the Andes mountain range. It starts in the Andes mountain range and runs through a rainforest. It runs through a rainforest. So, there are many rainforests now. Through one of the rainforests it runs, and then at last it ends in the Atlantic Ocean. So it starts from Andes mountain range and it ends in Atlantic Ocean. It runs through a rainforest. So this is about Amazon. Okay, it is known as River Sea due to its size. It is known as River Sea. The name of Amazon is River Sea. Because of its size, this name has been given. Then Amazon rainforest is the world's largest rainforest, known as lungs of the world. Why it is known as the lungs of the world? Lungs is a science terminology, but why it is coming in social? So, with the help of lungs only, man can breathe. So, man can breathe with the help of lungs in our body, but from the nature, how we can breathe? With the help of trees. So, Amazon rainforest is having that much of trees. So, it is full of trees. We can't see ground itself. If you are seeing from the top, we can't see ground itself. It will be full of greenery. So, that much trees the Amazon forest is having. So, with the help of those trees only, the nature is getting bigger. So, it is known as lungs of the world. Okay, Amazon rainforest is the world's largest rainforest and it is known as the lungs of the world. Okay, it has world's highest waterfall, the Angel Falls. It has world's highest waterfall. Okay, it has world's largest rainforest. It has world's highest waterfall, the Angel Falls. Has the driest place on the earth. So, very dry place on the earth. Dry means no water. So, the driest place on the earth is Atacama Desert. It is located in South America. Okay, it has the longest mountain range in the world called Andes, and it has the largest rainforest in the world, Amazon rainforest. Then world's highest waterfall, the Angel Falls, and then driest place on the earth, Atacama Desert. These are all some of the important facts about South America. Have you all understood, children? This is about South America. Now we are going to see about Antarctica. Okay, Antarctica. It is the 5th largest continent located in South Pole. So we saw 4 continents. This is the 5th largest continent located in South Pole. See, this is the image of Antarctica. See how Antarctica is. It is a unique continent. The shape of Antarctica itself will be unique. So this is the image of Africa. You can remember it easily during your examination also. Okay. Now some of the important facts are, it is the coldest, windiest and driest continent. So in different season the temperature will be in extreme. So it will be the coldest, and in some other season it will be windiest, and in other white continent or frozen continent because 98% of its area is covered with snow and ice. So, the 98% of Antarctica is covered with snow and ice. What is the color of snow or ice? It is white in color. So, only it is known as white continent, and ice will be always frozen. So, it is known as frozen continent. So, these are all the other names for Antarctica. Highest temperature 17.5 degrees Celsius and coldest temperature 94.7 degrees Celsius. These two are the extreme temperatures in Antarctica ever recorded. Okay, due to this extreme and hostile weather conditions, it is not possible for people to live in. So, these are all the extreme weather conditions. We can't live there. So, because of this weather condition only, people can't live in Antarctica. An international treaty allows everyone to use this continent for peaceful purposes. But we can use this continent for some purposes. If we want to see how the continent is, we can go and see. If we want to do some researches in that continent, we can do. For those peaceful purposes only, we can use this continent by following this international treaty. International treaty means all the countries of the world have signed an agreement about this Antarctica. Okay. Then many scientific research stations are present here to study the weather and other forms of marine life around the continent. So, there are many researches going on in this continent. For what? For studying about the weather and other forms of marine life. There will be marine life. Only people can't live there. There will be many animals under the water. So, for researching those animals also, many researches are going on in this continent. Then birds such as albatross, penguins and some kinds of seals, whales live here. So, what are all the birds lives here? Albatross and penguins, and some of the seals and whales also live under the water here. Not many plants grow here except certain types of algae and lichens. So, small plants like algae and lichens only grow here. Plants that are growing in our land will not grow in Antarctica. The dry conditions in Antarctica make it the largest desert in the world. So, because of the dry condition, here we have saw this the driest continent now. Because of this dry condition, it is the world's largest desert. Okay, Antarctica is the world's largest desert because of its driest condition. Mount Erebus is the most active volcano on this continent. So, volcano means, in Tamil we will say Erimalai, no. Mount Erebus is the active volcano. Only one active volcano is there. Active volcano means at sometimes it will burst. So, it is the active volcano. Only one active volcano. Name is Mount Erebus. It is located in Antarctica. So, these are all some of the points for Antarctica. This is a unique continent because of its extreme weather conditions, and these are all the birds live here like albatross and penguins, and plants that are growing here are algae and lichens. At last, only one active volcano is there, that is Mount Erebus. Now we have saw about 5 continents. Now we are moving on to the next continent, Europe. The 6th continent is Europe. Connected to Asian landmass, and so whole landmass is called as Eurasia. Europe is connected to Asia, and so the whole land, Asia and Europe, is together known as Eurasia. It is bordered by Arctic Ocean in the north, Mediterranean Sea in the south, and Atlantic Ocean on the west. So, what are the borders? It is bordered by, in the north there is Arctic Ocean, in the south there is Mediterranean Sea, and in the west there is Atlantic Ocean. These are all the borders of Europe. So we have saw this Mediterranean Sea in other continent also. You have to find in which continent we have saw this Mediterranean Sea previously. Okay, this is the introduction of Europe, and now in the screen you are seeing the image of Europe. See, this is the image of Europe and all the places are marked in this map. So you can remember in the time of examination, and while reading also you can remember easily with the help of this picture. Okay, now we will see some of the important facts of Europe. Ural Mountains in eastern part, and they divide the Europe and Asia. So there is Ural Mountains is an eastern part. What they do, they will divide Europe and Asia. I told that there is a connection for Europe and Asia. So the whole landmass is called as Eurasia. Which one divides Europe and Asia now? Yes, Ural Mountains divides Europe and Asia. It is in the eastern part. This Ural Mountains only divides Europe and Asia. Okay. Vatican City is the world's smallest country. So Europe is having the world's smallest country. Okay, the smallest country in the world is Vatican City. It is located in Europe. The British Isles has two islands, Great Britain and Ireland. It is found in northwestern coast. So the British Isles is one of the important one in Europe. It has two islands. They are Great Britain and Ireland. Both these two islands are found in the northwestern coast of Europe. So Great Britain and Ireland are in northwestern part of Europe. Okay, countries of Norway, Sweden and Finland together form Scandinavian Peninsula in the north of Europe. So, three countries together form a peninsula called Scandinavian Peninsula, which is located in the north of Europe. What are those countries? Norway, Sweden and Finland. Okay, all these three countries together forms, and that place is called as Scandinavian Peninsula, which is located in the northern part of Europe. What are the points we have saw? Ural Mountain divides Europe and Asia. Vatican City is the smallest city in the world, and there are two islands, important islands, Great Britain and Ireland. They are found in the northwestern part of Europe, and Norway, Sweden and Finland together form Scandinavian Peninsula. They are located in north of Europe. So this is about Europe, children. Hope you have understood about Europe. Now the seventh and the last continent, that is called as Australia. We are going to see about Australia. It is known as island continent. There are many islands in this continent in Australia. So Australia is known as island continent. Smallest of all 7 continents. So Australia is the smallest of all the 7 continents, and so we are seeing Australia at last. Okay, it has Pacific Ocean to its east, Indian Ocean to its west, and Southern Ocean to its south. In the eastern part we have Pacific Ocean, in the western part we have Indian Ocean, and in the southern part we have Southern Ocean. So this is about Australia, and now we are seeing the image of Australia. See, this is the image of Australia, and with the help of this one and the marked places, you can remember about Australia easily. Here we are going to see about some of the important facts of Australia. So here we are coming on to the new terminology, Oceania. Oceania means island nations found in this region. So Oceania is a terminology that refers to the island nations in this region. There are many islands, I told you. These island nations are collectively known as Oceania. World's largest coral reef, the Great Barrier Reef, is found in northeastern coast. So, world's largest coral reef. Coral reef means it is an underwater ecosystem. There is an ecosystem in under the water, inside the water, in the depth of water there is an ecosystem that is known as coral reef. What's the name of the coral reef? Great Barrier Reef. It is the world's largest coral reef and it is in northeastern part of Australia. So, Great Barrier Reef is in northeastern part of Australia and it is the world's largest coral reef. Okay. Then, majority of Australia's population is found on the eastern and southern coast. So, most of the population of Australia, most of the people in Australia lives in eastern and southern parts in Australia. Animals such as polar bears, emus and kangaroos are native only to this continent. So, animals such as polar bears, emus and kangaroos can live only in this continent because the weather condition will be according to that. Okay, in this weather condition only emus, kangaroos and polar bears can live. So, it is native to this continent. Okay, these are all the points of Australia. Oceania refers to the island nations in this region. And world's largest coral reef is Great Barrier Reef, which is in northeastern part. In eastern and southern part only, most of the population lives in Australia. And animals like polar bears, emus and kangaroos are found in this continent only. So this is about Australia. So here we have learned about all the 7 continents in the world. What are all the continents we have learned? Asia, Africa, North America, South America, then Europe, Australia and Antarctica. These are all the 7 continents we have learned about. Hope you have understood about all these 7 continents.
Now children, we are going to see an activity about the content we have learned. We have learned about the 7 continents now. Here I have taken a world map which has all the 7 continents and I have colored all the continents with different colors. So now we can learn where all the continents are located. See children, this is Asia. I have colored the Asia with yellow color. I have shown the picture now. So this is Asia. And then what is the continent we have learned after Asia? Yes, it is Africa. This orange color is Africa. Next, can you find North America? Yes, this purple color is North America. And then can you find South America? We can find South America easily with the help of North America because there is a connection between North America and South America. Yes, this red color is South America. And then of which continent we have learned? We have learned about Europe. This blue color is Europe. I told no, Europe and Asia together called as Eurasia. So there is no boundary like between Europe and Asia. So this is Europe. And then we saw about Australia now. It is the smallest continent of all the continents. So this green color is Australia. Which one is missing at last? Yes, Antarctica. Antarctica is the watery part. So it will be covered with water. It is located in the southern part of the world. So children, now we have learned about the 7 continents. So you also take a world map and name all the 7 continents and color all the continents with different colors in whichever color you like. Then send that to the WhatsApp group.
And now we have came to the end of the session. It's the time for home assignment. Your home assignment is refer the PDF and write the classwork note neatly. So you have to put a separate note for social and a PDF will be coming to you. With this video you have to refer that PDF and write those things in your classwork. In last class you have got the exercises, book exercises, and in today's class you will be getting question and answers. You have to write those question and answers in your classwork note, social classwork note, neatly and clearly. And then your activity is write down 3 points about each continent neatly in A4 sheet. We have saw about 7 continents in the world. So you have to write, we have so many points about each and every continent now. You have to write any 3 points about each and every continent. So about all the continents you have to write any 3 points neatly in A4 sheet. So here we have completed the continents of the world, and the next part of this lesson will be continued in the next session, children. Thank you.